Well, as you know, Amy, this is Jon Stewart weekend here in Washington. Jon Stewart is in town. Take a look at some of the fun he had last night.
Are you kidding me, NPR? You're picking a fight with Fox News? They gave Juan Williams a $2 million contract just for you firing him. NPR, you just brought a tote bag full of David Sedaris books to a knife fight.
I got your back, Williams. Trust me on this. We're not letting this go.
Here with reaction to the firing and all the fallout, Bob Beckel and Dana Perino.
Karl Rove, Megyn Kelly, and Glenn Beck will all weigh in on this atrocious action.
We're having a lot of fun already, aren't we?
I think I have a tote bag full of novels somewhere. I wish I had a tote bag full of 18 Acres.
Of 18 Acres, indeed. Well, we're joined now by Jane Sasseen from Yahoo News Politics, and brand new poll, ABC News Yahoo News poll to dig into. And I want to show some of the numbers. Let's start with this first number. Unbelievable. 33% of people say they're optimistic about our system of government. I was struck by 1974, right after Watergate. 55% say they're optimistic. What is going on?
It's a 36-year low. It's fallen dramatically, and I think it's a reflection of people no longer have much faith that the political system is actually solving problems.
That it actually works at all.
Because that 55% number, if you recall, that was right after Nixon resigned. Yeah. So it was at a point where people felt like the system worked.
Right.
You know, the problems were resolved. We're now at a point where people feel like on either side, the politicians, Washington, are not solving the problems.
Well, I also want to bring in another graphic here, too. I thought that was very interesting. The idea about how candidates are viewed by the voters out there. How many candidates share your view of what needs to be done to improve the country? 19% say a good amount. 35% say they really don't know enough about the candidate. 46%, almost half of people saying few or none of the candidates out there really understand what needs to be done to improve this country. Basically what it's saying is a pox on both of your houses.
I think it's,
yeah,
it's saying a pox on both your houses. It's saying we don't really see people that are bringing solutions on either side that we really like. If you recall, we did, with you all at ABC, we did a poll, the first poll we did about a month ago, where we asked who would you rather see and would do a better job, the Democrats or the Republicans controlling Congress at fixing and helping with the economy, and the numbers were terrible. Basically, people said, neither side. We don't have any faith that either of them are going to do a very good job. So I think it's a real reflection that people aren't seeing what they want, the solutions they want,
just like a
being proposed.
Generalized angst, generalized anxiety over all of this.
Yeah.
One other number. Wow, you always think of young people as optimistic, but one of the questions we asked in this poll is this the greatest country in the world?
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of just an American thing. 83% of those 50 and up say yes, it is, but 18 to 29-year-olds only 61%.
Yeah.
It seems like this for a lot of these folks. These are young folks who have been forged by a decade of tumult, and you've got to think that there's some deep concern about where things are headed.
Yeah, exactly. They don't feel that the promise that previous generations, our generation, the World War II generation had. They feel like they're spending all this money on college. They get out with all this debt, and there are no jobs. So they're much less optimistic, and they grew up in a globalized world where they know they have to compete with people from China, India, everywhere else in the world, and the economy is not. It doesn't hold the promise for them that it held for previous generations.
Right, they haven't seen the economy work out to their benefit in the same way. And just one quick question to turn it to politics. Obviously, there were more Democratic incumbents than Republican incumbents, which I think has to color
bad
all
year,
of this. Bad year around all these things. But a lot of these numbers, the fact that people feel like there's just the candidates aren't talking to them, the issues aren't getting answered, that's got to reflect poorly on the party in power.
Yeah. Well, and one of the questions we asked was, if you don't think the system is working, is it the system itself or is it the people running it? 2/3 of the country said it's actually the people running it. They believe the system works, but 90% of Republicans said they thought it was the people running it, not the system. So that's a reflection of this anger and discontent amongst Republicans, Tea Party folks. Those are the people who are going to go vote. Those are the ones who really feel the system's not working and it's the fault of the people, not the system.
That's the energy, exactly. All right, Jane Sasseen from Yahoo News Politics. Really appreciated the new poll. You can find it at abcnews.com and also at Yahoo News. Thanks so much for being here. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
That does it for this edition of Top Line. For Amy Walter, thank you for being with us again, Amy. I'm Rick Klein. Amy, close us out with the last 5 seconds.
And we will see you next time, hopefully.